Struggling with your pricing? Think it's all about the economy? Think again. Today, I'm diving deep into self-worth pricing and a surprising lesson from Dyson. Raising prices or charging the right price in the first place is something a lot of female online entrepreneurs struggle with. Pricing actually got very little to do with the economy, but a lot to do with self-worth, self-confidence, and self-belief. I help female entrepreneurs start and scale their online business from 0 to 7 figures. They join my programs to make more money and have more impact, but ultimately, I want them to walk away with increased self-worth, more self-confidence, and most importantly, a belief that they can do it. When I tell them there's a client for every price, I often get a skeptical look. To prove my point that there's a client for every price, I want to share with you a lesson from Dyson. I was scrolling through Facebook, as you do, and saw an ad from Dyson. They were advertising a curling iron, and my first thought was, does Dyson make curling irons? I had no idea. I'm not really a person that buys a lot of beauty and hair products, but since I do a lot of videos like this one, I like my natural curls to last a little bit longer. The first curling iron I bought was $30. The curling iron made a lot of noise, squeaky noise, and I realized it was probably burning my hair. So I didn't want to use that anymore. So I bought another curling iron, this time for $100. It made a lot less noise, and I could see that the temperature on the iron was 350 degrees. I have no idea if it's Celsius or Fahrenheit. Probably it was Fahrenheit, but I thought this can't be healthy for my hair. On the recommendation of my hairdresser, I bought the third curling iron for $200. This is the one that my hairdresser uses, so I thought this is safe enough for my hair. So I was not in the market for another curling iron, but I was intrigued by this Dyson ad. I often jump right to the comment section, maybe you do that too, to see what people say. I knew it were advertising a curling iron, but I wanted to know what people felt about it. The first comment that I saw was expensive, expensive, expensive. And I was like, oh, now I'm even more interested, because my mantra is there is a client for every price. And if someone thinks something is too expensive, there might be others who think it's not. Every second comment was actually from people who had bought the curling iron in the ad. And one woman said, I bought this, I will never give it back. I will never use anything else in my life. I absolutely love it. Another one said, my son is even using it. He's using the hairdryer, not the curling piece of the Dyson. Every other comment was from people who had obviously not bought the curling iron and they felt it was too expensive. And I thought to myself, this just shows ideal client, those who were happy and bought the curling iron, and non-ideal clients, those who thought it was expensive. My interest for this curling iron was now very peaked. I asked myself why I actually didn't use the curling iron that I had, or one of these 3 curling irons. And the main reason is that your hair has to be completely dry before you use a curling iron. On average, with my hair, with my long and thick hair, it takes about 10 to 20 minutes to absolutely make it dry. And then it takes another 20 to 40 minutes to curl it really nicely. And that's just too long for me. So when I read the Dyson ad, because now I was reading the ad, not just the comments, I saw you could use the curling iron on wet hair. I was all ears. It felt like Dyson knew my pain points. It was like they were speaking to me. It was like they knew why I wasn't using my other curling irons. Now I really wanted to know the price because so many people had said it was too expensive. Well, interestingly, and I love this part, I clicked on a button, learn more, and I didn't immediately get the price. First, I got a couple of questions. How long is your hair? How thick is it? How curly do you want it? It was, I think, a 4-step process. And after I answered the 4 questions, I came to a page. This is the iron we recommend, and here's the price. I had to scroll down, of course. My first thought was, wow, that is expensive. But then I immediately started to think about the benefits. I can use it with wet hair, plus the temperature is not as high as a typical curling iron, and it's apparently very easy to use, so even I can do curls, which I was not so good at with the regular curling irons. Here's the thing, Dyson has really figured out who this curling iron is for. So what if I can curl my hair in 10 to 20 minutes instead of 20 to 40 minutes? And what if it's easier and better than a regular curling iron? Probably it's worth $600. Maybe I didn't even use it. Not like the other curling irons that sit in my cupboard. Maybe I would even use it every week. Or even if I just use it twice a week, would be worth it. I started to see the value of a $600 curling iron. I was very impressed, but I didn't buy the curling iron yet. I started thinking about buying it. I told my husband about this ad and how impressed I was. But then the beauty of Facebook ads retargeting helped, because as I went through my day, I would constantly see the ad pop up again, so I would forget about the Dyson curling iron. I was fascinated. I was fascinated by the ad. I was fascinated by the comments, the positioning of not ruining your hair because it's not as hot as a typical hair dryer and a curling iron. You can do it with wet hair. And yeah, it was Dyson, known for good products. I convinced myself, and later that day, I bought the curling iron. So why am I sharing this story? I'm not sharing this story so that you go and check out this curling iron, which I know you will. I'm not sharing this story to advertise Dyson. I am in no way affiliate with them. I share the story to prove my point that there is a client for every price. Who would have thought? If you would have told me that I would buy a curling iron for $600, I would not have believed you. As long as you truly understand the pain points of your ideal client and your product or service can deliver the value, it can do what it promises, then there's a client for every price. You can charge the price. Today, I have 3 of those curling irons, one in Switzerland, where I have a home, and one in Iceland, where I also have a home, and one with a US plug when I travel to the US. I use the curling iron multiple times a week and sometimes daily if I'm doing a marketing campaign. Has it been worth it? Absolutely. It takes me 7 minutes to go from absolutely wet hair to a curly hair. And I can do nice curls myself. I can have them small or loose, whatever. And I don't need to go to the hairdresser. So this is saving me both time and money. So the next time you think a price is too high and you don't dare to raise your own prices or really charge what you're worth, remember, there's a client for every price. Want to know about the 6 reasons why women don't make more money? Check out this video. I hope you liked this particular video about lessons from Dyson. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and of course, share it with anyone who you think might benefit.